Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
Let's go, let's go! Set, cut! Get the flag! I got him! I got him!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Check 99! Slow down! Hey, watch it! Watch it!
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Set, ready! 6-yard! Watch the slip! Watch the slip! He's coming! He's coming! 66! Build it! Half! Switch! Watch switch! Watch switch!
He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
You got nothing.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
Watch the edge.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
This is it. UAT. J31.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Key 26. Here we go.
Watson now to throw. Dancing to his left. Open man is QT, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. They'll try and run for it with Miller. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
We're set. Like an egg. Check 48. Come on. Stay with your man.
A give the first man through Gillespie of the fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Go train. Spell. Slow. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Here we go, here we go. We're ready.
Throwing again. Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 81 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter, almost like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals.
Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
I got motion man. Me, I got this.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Texans first down.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On second down, here's Miller. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old-school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. DeAndre Carter is deep for the Texans. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, now he's going to throw it back, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. 73 yards, and the Texans have taken the lead. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Here I come. 22, jet cover. 22, jet cover. Watch twitch. The twitch.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
42-yard line.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Miller. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is it. 19. 58 right there. Get that quarterback.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Miller. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Tenth carry now for Lamar Miller. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We got to step it up. Switch.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Easy work. It's easy work.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, B, let's go. All right, let's get there. Check 20.
Jackson, options out left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
That's going to be a long day. Heavy. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Who there? Check. Check 37. Check what? Kill.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Lucky. It's 3. Check 3.
From the gun, Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Got him in. It's Brown. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Check 3. Hold 3.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. On 4th down, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Watson to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He finds his target, Fuller. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is Watson. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On 2nd and 10, Watson, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got Fuller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Watson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. With a catch made by Hopkins. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Good set. 19. Watch the slap. 54. Check 49. Check 49. Check 59.
Now it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 41. We got to wedge that up. Come to ball. We want it.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. It's caught by Roberts. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm coming.
Throwing now is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready? Right. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass. 41 Mike. 41
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Check, 41. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Come on. Short. Hey, 4-1 Mike. 4-1 Mike. Right here.
Jackson to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Roberts got it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Oh, you got deep? 41's coming. 41's the Mike. I'm here all different. Let's
go. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Hey, watch the delay. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Check. Come on, D. Hey, 41's Mike. 41's Mike. Here we go. 2 seconds.
One last shot for Jackson, and it's incomplete.